Welcome back to Glow Up or Get Out. I'm half the podcast, Sam.
I'm the other half, Mel.
Welcome back, y'all. As you can see, same setup as last week. We are maybe pre-recording something. Maybe. Just throwing it out there. We may be filming twice in one day, which is very weird. But, you know, COVID happens.
But we're making it seem like we're not in the same day.
Because it's boring.
We changed our clothes.
Changed my hairstyle.
Having 2 drinks.
Yes, we're still having 2 drinks today.
I currently feel like the way, like, YouTubers, like, in the back in the day would be like, they're doing like 2/3 drink or whatever. And they're like, yeah, and we're pretty lit already because on exit, the collab happened, and on whatever her name is, yeah. It just, yeah, feels funny.
Those are the days, but it's not us. We're not getting super fucked up today. Just a little bit. We will be discussing reality TV pipeline to fame, which if you did not see our Disney pipeline to fame,
please go watch that.
Yeah. If you love Disney like we did.
We also just had like a lot of fun talking our schmack. Not actually, just like going through our memories of being young and watching all of these like teen, basically pop stars coming to be
adults
who they
and
are now.
Still celebrities.
Yes, very
pretty much
so.
all of them.
I think all of them, yeah.
To some degree.
So like on a similar note, we're gonna hit you with that reality TV, which we are, I don't want to say like connoisseurs on reality TV, but like we enjoy watching too much of reality TV.
Some would call it trash, which we have.
We have trash TV.
Yeah.
Which I don't necessarily agree fully through and through with that sentiment, but to make other people comfortable with the fact that I watch it so much.
That it's slightly brain rotting. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's like educational to a degree. Do you not agree? Like
it can be like
in a lot of ways. Which we'll get into, I think, specifically with each show. So we're going to talk about each show that we've watched and like the icons that have come from it. And in Glowing Eye, we're going to hit the where are they now?
Yeah.
Where are they now? First off, I think, which have we touched
on the hills?
On just like in general, like probably in the trash reality TV episode that we did a long time ago.
Yeah, I think we definitely talked and then also in like plastic surgery, we talked a lot about like Heidi and Spencer and stuff. So
yeah,
we've gone into it a little bit, but
the birthplace of reality TV, which so we just watched the Call Her Daddy Spencer
Pratt like,
episode or whatever.
What was it called? Like something about like how to get famous or something.
Oh, something like that.
Something like that. But yeah.
But apparently he was like the birthplace of reality TV with the Princes of Malibu or whatever, which I don't know if y'all know about this, but okay.
We definitely did it. Yeah.
It was him and Brody, and it was just them running around Malibu being fiends or something. I honestly don't know.
Just being like
it was scripted. It was fake.
Rich, like
yeah, and they had like a mentor lady or something, and that's why the show ended, right? Because she got sick or divorced.
She got divorced. That's who like was creating the show with them.
And then they got
and then yeah.
Just wanted to give a shout out because I feel like if he were to listen to our podcast, which I'm sure he would,
he'd be like,
give me cred. So there's your cred, Spencer. But from there was then the Hills Laguna Beach saga.
Right.
Which I'm pretty sure that's the correct order, right? Like
Laguna Beach.
There was nothing before that.
I'm sure like Real Housewives existed at some capacity, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But in our world, that's where it started.
Yeah, at least.
So it's Laguna Beach.
Turns the hills.
This is such an interesting concept also, like grabbing a bunch of teenagers and like asking them to film and creating plot lines.
Plot lines.
It's just
but we were
so
eating
weird.
it up.
Yeah.
It was great. Like, someone knew what we needed as a society, and it was fake storylines about teenagers.
I loved it. I still love it. I think that show really made me acknowledge how scripted reality TV could get.
Yeah.
But I didn't know until much later, I have to admit.
Yeah, like in that moment I was like,
this
is a bit much, but wow, juicy.
Wow, juicy
drama. That was just like the birth of like, this is interesting, and also going forward, shows getting it wrong versus getting it right. Like reality wise.
Yes.
Cause like we don't have it listed, but I feel like Vanderpump Rules was maybe like next-ish, or like in the same era. Not of that, but like in the afterwards, like the rollouts of reality TV. Vanderpump, Shaws of Sunset, just like 19 Kids and Counting, like, you know what I mean? Like, just there's so many.
Like Dance
Moms. Ugh. Competition reality TV is like on another level. Okay. Moving on. I think like going into talking about how like this reality TV concept has then created celebrities from it. It's kind of incredible to see that these people who, like for Laguna Beach in specific, that was just people who had like auditions kind of, and they were picked in that form. But for the Hills, it was like preconceived relationships. Yeah, it was like people who knew each other.
Yeah.
Already had some sort of
connection. And or people who had connections within like their LA community already. Like Audrina, for example, was already like within like the music industry, already knew Mr. Bobby. And so like
Bobby.
like she was already like the cool girl. Like it wasn't like she became cool and her script was to be a cool girl on the Hills. It was somewhat real. So that's kind of like the appeal, where like you're like, that looks like an insane plot line right now, but like these characters obviously are having somewhat truth to this story.
Yeah, like Whitney, was it Whitney who worked at like
Vogue
and like the FITM school storylines, like that whole thing was like probably pretty real to her life. The way you like Spencer, the way he talks about it is very much like he plays the game. So like he knew he wanted to be famous from the show. And he had to build a character out that people were interested in enough to follow.
Something that he really talked about was the fact that he was very interested in money, because he didn't necessarily come from money, but he grew up around money. Like people having lots of money. And so he saw that like the easiest way to get a lot of money is to become famous. And then from there, like, build an empire. Him trying to do, what is it called,
Princes of
Malibu. That was his first stride in that, but also trying to succeed as, like, a producer, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But he just took the opportunity straight on with the Hills, and, you know.
And, like, he obviously didn't know in that moment, like, I'm going to become a celebrity who does influencer deals and TikToks, because that didn't exist.
But he did know that it was going to become something. Like, he knew
it was going to be like celebrity level to
yeah,
some
like he could sell his paparazzi photos, you know, or call the paparazzi on himself.
YouTubers started doing that too, dude. Damn,
I really
low-key,
like I think I miss like the paparazzi. I know it's like really toxic.
That's so bad of you to say.
So toxic. I just think it was just like another time.
Like, let's do it fake again. Like there's consent.
There's just like so much that we like. It's almost like a piece of like art or like of history when I see like
it's historical
old paparazzi shit. It's crazy.
People hate us. We're calling paparazzi
like there's paparazzi. It's just okay. Anyway,
no, it's fair.
It's fair, but I think it's just like I don't know. There's like a good and bad to everything. I just that era was incredible. Just being a consumer of it, I think.
Yeah.
I think also being the one getting paparazzi in
like
some
at the beginning,
degree. Yeah, it's fun.
Like 8, you know? And then it got crazy and you got too famous and it was like...
But also, like, if you were smart, you could play on the paparazzi and, like, create your own narrative by tricking the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Or working with the paparazzi.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. Anyway, I don't know where we're going with the Hills, but... We'll get into it. Yeah, I think we like both really enjoyed that.
And then like they just have some good Where Are They Nows, so we definitely want to touch on that.
Yeah,
in Glowing Hour.
Kind of moving forward, which like kind of has to do with the Hills. Miss Audrina got stolen from. She got robbed. This is like not post, but like in the
last
height
season of it.
Yeah,
right?
of her career in being in the Hills, but. She got robbed by the bling ring, as we all know now. group of teenagers who stole from a bunch of celebrities and rich people. But from that, watch the most recent documentary about the bling ring. You'll know all of this information. But if you guys just remember snippets of this, like, time of your life, one of the girls, her name was Alexis, her and her mom and her family basically were already trying to become reality TV stars. Like, they're already trying to get their hands in Hollywood, but that was the way that they
because it was like
fell into
they
it.
shot the pilot and they were confirmed for a show, which was this is before the Kardashians. Okay, like, this is crazy.
No, this was after. Post.
It was after. The bling ring was after the Kardashians, but
yes,
their show, not them as like celebrities, but
no, after their show.
Damn, so why are they doing that?
You already knew that reality TV was like a hit, so they wanted more reality TV.
I feel like their lives were pretty similar though. I guess go off.
It was very similar, but something that the mom said in specific on the documentary was that it was going to be like the Kardashians, but like hippie, because she was so into like spirituality.
Okay, but and
manifestation.
She made it a little too like
she's a little bit nuts,
right?
Love her, but a little bit nuts.
Anyways,
she got a reality TV show.
Yeah, and then like the second episode is when the bling ring, like, she goes to fucking jail.
Basically caught. Yeah,
but they reenacted the scene of her getting arrested. Wow. But anyways, she had a reality TV show as well, and
if you guys don't remember that iconic moment in that show where she's like on the phone with the Vanity Fair writer who like just did an article on her and basically called her like a fucking snob and a brat, and she's like trying to like tell her like, I really don't like that you did this, whatever, and then her mom goes, you lied, she's like, Mom. So they're just like screaming at each other. Iconic moment.
It's on TikTok, reenacted. You guys should definitely watch it. That's the gist of that. It's just honorable mention, I guess.
Yeah, but to that extent, like, again, it was a very clear, like, reality was working. Reality TV was working. They thought, and I guess they kind of did succeed in becoming famous for a minute.
Why did it stop? I remember the producers the producers talking about that.
Because I think she had to go to jail for a couple of days. I think she went to jail for 30 days.
Oh, they totally could have kept a reality TV going with that, though. Is it?
Like, go and visit her?
Sorry to laugh at your pain, girlfriend.
Yeah, I think that's why it ended, and they lost that.
I think that's the reality TV pipeline to fame was probably so successful, I think we talked about this in the Trashy Reality TV, is because you see their lives. Like, you feel connected to this person. You're like, oh my God, they're real. Which, I'm going to skip to Keeping Up with the Kardashians because it's not next on our list, but Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I think they did a good job at that up until like season 6, and they were all fucking billionaires and everyone was just like, okay, like.
But then like we were all in for the gag of like, they're so bougie, they can do anything, and then we fucking literally watch Kris Jenner and Kylie go on like to a car wash. Like that's where we're at now. We're like, we don't get it, but we are here for the gag, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, where are they now? I guess we could talk more about
as
that.
Well.
But in the beginning, I will say they were very much like, because we
were
like Kylie and Kendall's age range, so it felt like, oh my
gosh. Like, I still remember the episode where
she's a model. No.
That too, where she was modeling, but before that, when they were much smaller than that, the stripper pole. And I'd be like, oh my God, like, if I did that, my parents would be so mad at me.
See, like, the gags for reality TV, like, all power to them if they did have stripper pole. And, like, period, if I was that age, too, I probably would have been dancing on that thing if I was in my parents' room. I was dancing on the bedposts in my parents' room, like, you know?
I think, like, it just goes to show with, like, the last three shows we've shown, like, talked about, especially with the Kardashians, like, people who don't like reality TV can talk all the shit that they want, but reality TV is like, from like the behind the scenes aspect and like editing and producing and all of that is like really smart, because they're trying to get the fucking watcher, the viewer, to like really be engaged and somehow connect with this person who has literally a completely different lifestyle that you would probably never have.
Yeah. Which is why the Kardashians keep doing it.
Yeah, and they keep getting more views because it's very entertaining, and you still find like pieces of them that feel like you can relate to, if that makes sense.
Anyway, we saw their lives, like, actually.
I think that's also why they have such good success, is that we've literally seen them grow into their success. So now we're just kind of attached as viewers into seeing, like, where are they now? Like, you know, and following their lives.
Just made me think about Jersey Shore.
Oh, we did not put that in there, but that is also an incredible reality TV show.
Jersey Shore, like, come on. It just doesn't get better than that. Like, for entertainment value, that had to be literally people in their early 20s in the Jersey Shore.
Except what's his name? He was, like, almost 30.
Who? Oh, Mike?
Mikey, yeah.
The Situation?
The Situation.
Forgot about that.
He was, like, almost 30. But did you see that they made, like, a reunion show where, like, it's, like, family vacation?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
And they're out with their spouses and stuff.
No,
I didn't see it either, but it's so funny. Like,
the spinoff,
it's so good.
It's just, like, endless. You can do so much with reality TV
like
stars.
Snooki and JWoww, like, their spinoff.
The Kardashians also had spinoffs.
Yeah, you can go so.
It's because, like, with a TV show that you script, like, it's not following anyone's real life. You know what I mean? So, like, it comes to a point where you're like, okay, you're just, like, making up shit. Like, it just starts to feel more fake, I guess. But then, like, with reality TV, it's like, you know, people are still living. Like,
yeah,
if there's life to live, there's a story to tell.
Exactly.
So your personal brand is just never dies.
So true.
Real Housewives of blank, because there's like 8 at this point. Yeah. Dubai is the newest, and Salt Lake City, I believe.
Salt Lake City, like Mormon? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Real Housewives, I feel like it's more on, like, the cheap end of reality TV to fame. Not in terms of, like, their lives or lifestyles by any means, but more so, like, the brand deals and things that they get out of it, because they just end up working with, like, FabFitFun, a teeth whitening brand, and, like, you know, basic shit.
Like Kohl's, probably. That's a dig. That was a dig. I'm so sorry.
Kohl's Cash. But I just feel like they kind of get the shit end of the stick, but they're, like, kind of pretty I don't know, you know what I mean?
It's like the kind of, like the Honey Boo Boo kind of famous, like the TLC.
Yeah, TLC, Bravo.
Famous. Yeah, Bravo.
Same kind of. It's what they make it, because some of them made, like, fashion lines, or they became singers for a short while, or, like, the daughters became singers for a short while. Like, it's giving, like, you're trying to figure out what a way to diversify your income is. Yeah. And
you do a lot.
Like, I remember one woman, I forgot her name, but she convinced her husband to invest in her idea, which was to do pink dog food.
Why?
She wanted it to be pink. She said, it's not on the market. I want to do it for our dog. And he was like, okay. And I think they ended up, she might have actually launched it, but I think, like, the end of the episode, it's funny too, because, like, on reality TV they mock the fuck out of them still. Like, on the reunion or finale episode, it was like, she launched the brand, but it blah blah blah, like, it just is like a failure or whatever, you know what I mean?
That's down bad. That's so sad.
But, like, that is bad. Your dog's poop is pink. Like, it's probably not easy to tell if they're sick because it's pink all the time. Anyways, yeah, I think that pipeline is a little
unless you're fucking Lisa Rinna. Can't even talk.
Yeah, like, if you haven't established something prior, like you're a doctor or a model or just,
like Yolanda Hadid, Bella Hadid,
right?
Gigi Hadid,
and you don't try to make it, like, corny, because a lot of them try to make it fucking corny.
But see, like, these are the ones that are already in a place that is established in that form. Is that like the difference, you think?
Like, established prior to, like, their identity isn't, I'm a Real Housewife.
Not even, like, established in that way, but established in this place of, like, Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying?
Like money, like affluence. No.
Or just, like,
established as
this place. Like, when you come out of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, do you then, like, is it easier just to become something more? Because it's like you're already in this area.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it is big cities as it is, so they all already live there. But some of them are like, I just moved here.
It's so dumb.
But then they all have to be vetted in. Like, I'm pretty sure they, to a degree, try out. Like, they at least have to have an interview, I'm sure. Like, who do you know in LA? Or who do you know in Beverly Hills? Who do you know here? What's
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Ugh, I love Real Housewives, though. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I love like Vicky Gunvalson and Tamra from OC. They were best buds, and then for like 2 seasons they hated each other. And
Are
then
they
became
like
friends
back?
again.
Okay, I was like,
yeah, they're back on again. But then they both left the show, I think. I'm like, yeah, probably because it rots your relationship.
probably like, yeah, they fucking have to instigate so much shit for you to like have something to talk about.
So like Melissa and Teresa, they're sister-in-laws on Jersey.
Oh, I don't know.
And like there's constant drama between them. I'm like, y'all are literally family. Like, yeah, one of you gotta quit because that's too much on
That's
your
not
mental.
right.
That is not okay. Selling Sunset
Fun fact, same producer
as
where's the director? No. Yeah, same producer as The Hills.
I can see that. So do you think it's as scripted?
More.
No, not more.
And the producer is shit on a lot by Miss Christine, who...
Christine is the stunting
Christine.
bitch, or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She has said that the producer, like, has sexually harassed her and has, like, made her... Basically the way that, like, reality TV works for these types of shows with, like, a lot of drama is that they'll sit you down in a situation. Prior, they have told you, like, one thing about somebody who has said something.
Oh, so they instigate it without telling them, like, you're gonna act like.
Yes, you're
They're
not,
like,
it's not
she said
acting.
you're a stupid bitch, and then they go in it believing it.
And then they'll sit you for 2 hours, and they'll be like, they'll make you talk or whatever, and you're talking. And then they'll bring up, like, well, how did that make you feel? And you can say, like, well, I don't know, like, blah, 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 made me feel this. And then it becomes like,
They cut it.
okay, well, no, but actually how did, and they'll keep you there for, like, hours until you finally say the thing that they want you to say. And then they'll use that part instead of, like, the normal conversation of how things went.
I'd be like, can you just, like, not waste my time and just tell me what you want me to say?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
let's cut to the chase, guys.
So apparently that's a thing. And
I believe it.
with Selling Sunset, I've also heard that it was supposed to be like a woman empowerment show where like these really badass women are all like in the same industry helping each other and like being friends and having a lavish lifestyle and whatever. But like it became so much more of like cattiness and drama and all that.
Is that just like as nature of what the producers like maybe saw once they were together, or was that their intention the whole time?
I think that was his intention. I feel like it's just the way that, I mean, it makes for great fucking TV. Let's be honest.
Angry at each other is great TV.
But it fucks people. It fucks with people. Like, I don't know.
Like their real lives.
I also feel like
state.
with Selling Sunset, there was just so much we can get into later. But like so much of it was just fucked up at the end that was done to certain characters. Or people.
I think like with those kinds of shows where it's like very heavy on relationships and like the plot is kind of the background, you know what I mean? Like the real estate selling part is a little bit of the background.
It's
you know
such
what I mean?
the background.
Right? So then it's just like we love it because we're sitting there and like, I would have handled it different. I would have done this. What a dumb bitch. She needs to get over it. Like, you know what? You just want to have something to say.
You want to say something about how they're living their life, but you don't know the behind the scenes of like they literally are being sat down until they say what they want.
Makes great TV. My mom and I sit there and we're like, she's stupid. She needs to get over it already.
Yeah, literally. That's the point, though. I think that's at the viewer, that's what you're supposed to do. Other ones. Teen Mom. I think that was like a fucking crazy time.
It was so... I mean, I think we were like the target demographic for that show because we were teenagers or preteens and then teenagers.
Let me tell you, that shit worked.
It worked. I didn't want no baby. I done saw, what was her name? Macy.
What was her name?
And the man, he was so cute. I remember thinking he was so fine. And now he's... she really did keep me...
so entertained.
Keep my pants tied. Zipped up.
I gotta say I was like more interested when they were pregnant than when they like actually
had the babies. You were like, oh, disgusting. Baby's crying. Yeah, when they're pregnant, it was super interesting because like the delusion was all there.
The delusion, dude.
They were just like, yeah, we're gonna be together, and he's just sitting there like,
literally brain dead.
Like, I'll put it in, and now here we. And you know what
up.
I thought about a lot, like as seasons went on, and then it turned. Well, it was like 16 and pregnant, and then Teen Mom.
Yes.
Don't forget about that. Don't forget about their roots. But like, do you think they got pregnant the first time they had sex? And like, was it bad? You know, like, these are the questions I wanted them to ask on the show.
Yes.
You know
Yes
what I'm
and yes,
saying?
I think it was.
Like,
For a
so
lot
did
of
he
them.
put it in for a second and then you were pregnant? Because that's fucking aggravating. Are you joking?
I hope not.
It was great. And I still love keeping up with those bitches every once in a while. Not actually, like, following them day to day, but we'll talk about that in the Where Are They Now?
I always thought it was interesting, like, on the reunions, like, you could tell who had drama with who.
Yes,
But it's like
between
you
the
didn't, but you
girls.
didn't know that, like, with watching Teen Mom, because they didn't talk to each other on the show.
Yeah.
But they, like, obviously had a lot of behind the scenes situations happen, and you could tell that they, like, fuck you, bitch.
I, like, am so curious, like, what that first season, like, the first group of girls, because they had to have been, like, deciding who was, like, oh, you're my friend. Like, they're going through shared experience.
Also, how did people get, like, scouted for the show?
I wonder. Like, was it at the mall? See a pregnant girl?
Oh, maybe.
And they're like, hey.
How old are you?
Or
16?
they put out just like, hey, if you're 16 and pregnant. Or
Wanna be
15
on the
and
show?
pregnant, you want to be on the show we're doing.
Yeah.
Hit me up. What a weird time.
Another one before we go on into competition type shows. Girls Next Door. If you guys haven't been keeping up with
So good.
it's Holly and Bridget's new podcast. It's called Girls Next Level, I believe.
Okay.
It is so fucking good. So Holly Madison was already, like, on YouTube doing her own, like, videos about, like, watching old episodes or episodes in order,
Right.
chronological order, and then talking about her feelings. But then she's like, we need more than that. So, like, she had Bridget come on to do now the podcast, and they did, like, before the show, because they obviously were living with Hef before the show even happened.
Right.
And then they're going now into the episodes. I would recommend it. It's really good if you, like, enjoy reality TV,
Next
have
Door
seen
was
Girl
so
Next Door,
good.
or even, like, wondering how it was to be a Playboy,
Bunny?
not even a
Wife?
bunny, like, just a Hef's girlfriend, because they weren't even considered bunnies by him. They were just considered, like, girlfriends. There's, like, different aspects of Playboy that is just interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And
good one.
And there's spin-offs. Kendra got her own show with her husband at the time. Life with Kendra?
Life with Kendra. I think that's what it's called.
My mom and I
ate that shit up, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that show was also another, like, epitome of a good reality TV.
Hello, Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey.
Oh my god.
What was that called? Fuck. That was, like, the first, I feel like, marriage
show
reality. Like, let's
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
this
yeah,
couple.
yeah.
So fake.
So fake.
But
So good, though.
And they're not together, obviously.
Yikes. Anyway,
There's so many
There's
reality
so
shows.
many.
Wow.
I really, really enjoy reality TV.
I do. I could talk about it all day. Like, there's so many in my head. Competition-based reality.
Okay, competition.
This might arguably be my favorite category.
I was really into, like, Girls Next Door. Like, that's my type beat.
Today. Only because there's not really anything like that today. I mean, there's, like...
Producers, come on!
Give me something like Girls Next Door again!
Like, there wasn't, like, a lot of drama in that show. It was just, like...
Following their lives.
Following their lives. And it was a little bit...
It was risque. It was
risque.
different. You're like, I don't know that life.
Yeah.
I don't know the Playboy Mansion.
Kind of cool. Kind of interesting.
Okay, but anyways, competition-based. Love Island.
Love
Bachelor
Island.
Nation. Which, like... It's a lot of layers.
There's a lot of layers there,
There's
first of all.
so many spin-offs. Or not even spin-offs, but just Bachelor Nation in a whole is like...
It's a beast.
It is a nation.
Its own nation, yes.
It needs a flag, like...
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. So let's start with Love Island.
Yeah.
It started in the UK. So don't even bother watching the US one. Just kidding.
Damn!
Just kidding.
There was a couple good seasons.
But I think UK is definitely the best. Now they have, like, Australia.
Not Cher.
Ooh.
Not the accent coming out. Yeah, UK is the best though. I don't know why, but I think people from the UK are just ruthless.
Yeah.
So it translates better.
But in terms of, like, pipeline to fame, I think Love Island and Bachelor Nation are, like, some of the... I think Love Island is definitely much better at this, but creating famous people afterwards, celebrities after this.
Well, because you build, like, an addiction to their, like, love journey, whatever it is. Whether they're single at the end, they win, or they just, like, found a partner, or like worked through whatever struggles on the show.
Right.
You want to know, like, are they still together?
Are they still together?
So like you follow them till they break up with someone, or
yes.
or if you're interested in them as like an individual, which is like the best case scenario if you go on that show, you know, like get people interested enough. It's also similar to like the Real Housewives of like it could be very cheapy.
Yes.
Kind of like influencer.
In terms of influencer.
Because like if you're not already creative or like have something going for you, which this also reminds me of like Are You the One? Kind of like also.
Yeah, it just ends up becoming like you just become another influencer type thing.
Yeah. Like, oh, people care about me, so I'm going to post about this brand even though I don't use it or care about it.
Right.
Okay, no, that's Where Are They Now? We'll do it later. that was it.
Bachelor Nation, yeah. I mean, huge.
I think it's self-explanatory.
It's you already know.
If you like reality TV, you know it.
You know it, whether you like it or not. You know it.
Yeah, we don't need to get into the pipeline on that. Let's talk about Where Are They Now? Welcome back. So today we are having. What is this?
It's basically like a Mexican Moscow Mule,
With
but fallify it.
Not yassified.
Fallified.
Okay. I gotta have these all fall along.
Doesn't even taste like nothing's in this.
Dangerous. I mean, we did put quite a bit of ginger beer and of
Apple
cider.
Yeah.
So like it is not as heavy of a drink. But that's like kind of the point. I feel like with fall, this is so not part of the episode, but like I feel like the point of fall drinks is like you don't want to get fucked up. Or just holiday drinks. You know what I mean? Because you're sitting there chit-chatting. You pouring them up, and you're like, how did I have 8 of these already?
Say, hi, Mom. Can we go home?
Mom, pick me up.
Good ass drink. I would make this one for sure. I know we've like said other times like, yeah, this is good or whatever, but this one's really good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where are they now? Where are these motherfucking celebrities now? Because they became celebrities from these goddamn shows.
So we'd classify them as celebrities, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Whether they're like, because okay, there's like
reality stars.
Well, I think that there's like there's famous people like actors.
Okay.
You know what I mean, and things like that.
Not to say that talent is the distinguishing factor, but
not that talent is distinguishing here, but there's people who have talent in other ways.
A specific talent
that has
celebrity like acting.
That's seen as more traditional fame.
Correct. Yeah.
So celebrity has become a whole new subject. We didn't even touch on like simple life. But like
the heiress.
The
heiress to fame.
The heiress to fame. Yeah, like that's a whole other fucking section of
yeah,
things.
That's true.
Because it's not even just Nicole and Paris. It's like a bunch of other girls too. But anyway, a whole new like breed of fame came to be, and I think that's what celebrity is. It's like whether it's reality TV, and now it's even more where it's like, are you influencer famous,
which is a whole nother
or
episode.
Are you a celebrity, or are you like a well-known actor or like talented person?
This is just like the conversation we have about dating.
Yes,
we're like talking, dating, or seeing each other, or going on like what's the difference?
It's like us redefining things over and over again.
It's like whatever, they're famous. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like whatever, we're dating, you know? I don't know.
I would say that these people are celebrities, or they were celebrities
prior
for this.
Point.
Yeah.
Okay, starting hot with the Hills. We touched on Spencer having a Call Her Daddy episode.
Yes, so he's well and alive.
Yeah, he is. They are still thriving. Heidi came up on my Snapchat as a story to watch because she posts fucking consistently. Mm-hmm. She is a consistent queen. I will give her that.
Yep. He did say she's the brains of their operation.
She's got it mapped out in her head, but they are married and they have a kid. They're still together, and her surgery has dissolved, if you're wondering.
She's also pregnant, right? Or probably now
pregnant
and
one child. Yeah, maybe she's had it recently. Yeah. Audrina has a book and a podcast.
Yeah, she recently like got divorced from her baby daddy.
Oh, she has a baby.
Oh. And it was like an abusive relationship, so she wrote a book about her experience, and it's just good. And now she also has a podcast with Brody and Frankie. I feel like I heard rumors that there's going to be a new version of like The Hills coming up.
Same people?
No. Oh. Like whole new generation.
That makes me uncomfortable.
You know how like
sorry, but I don't care about you guys.
like a new generation, kind of like how they did, like we did Gossip Girl type beat, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
But I have a suspicion that that's why all of these fucking podcasts are popping up, because The Hills is going to be it's going to be relevant again. So Audrina Brody and Frankie are doing like a rewatch of The Hills, and then
Steven and Kristen have
Steven
a podcast
and Kristen,
together.
yeah, they also have a podcast, which they go over Laguna Beach and like
Dude, I thought
talk
Steven
about the fact that they were like together and whatever.
together. Kristen and Steven.
Yeah, that was a big part of Laguna Beach. Like they were together,
I
and
thought he was dating
Lauren was like the other girl, and then he started, you know, and he's just like,
No wonder I liked him. He was a fucking player.
he is a player.
He was so fun.
That's another thing he talks about on the podcast. He was like, I hate how they depicted me as like this person who like didn't care about these girls' feelings. Like this like was like on different timelines. Like they never overlapped, but they made me look like that, and it's just interesting. So
I respect that, Steven. If you're interested still, I believe you're single. Just kidding.
they're gonna end up together, to be honest.
Okay, whatever. She's manifesting something completely different.
Seems like they're really into each other. I feel like they're about to kiss on every fucking podcast episode.
Ooh,
so.
I need to watch. I'm here for that. Tension.
Yeah, dude.
Him with tension, okay?
It's like that, like, no, you remember you did that? Like, it's like that type beat.
It's like
And,
middle school as fuck.
They're just, you could tell they're so in love with each other. Anyway, so that's where they are now. As for Miss Lauren Conrad, she is like a lifestyle mogul. She's like made her own, she's very boho now. Which
She was like,
she was very
wanna be
edgy to
I was
me,
gonna
like
say
high
high
fashion.
fashion,
Yeah, she
yeah.
was in fashion. Not that like boho is in fashion. It's like just a
for
separate
sure.
sector. But I just never thought that in a million years that she'd be like boho queen.
I mean, she's at Kohl's. Like, not to say that you didn't say that earlier, but like, she's at Kohl's.
Yeah, I mean, she's like a married woman with 2 kids.
Right.
And I don't know if she still lives like within like Los Angeles, but she's like separated herself from
Like
the scene, I guess. So she's
like
living like the normal life.
Yeah, she's like famous. Like if someone was to see her, she could be like, "Oh, cute!" Like, yeah, that's me. But it's not like.
But she could
everywhere
walk-
she goes, it's like
She could go grocery shopping and be fine. You know what I mean?
that's nice. Yeah, she's giving Joanna Gaines. If you guys know who Joanna
She
Gaines
is.
is, which also reality TV pipeline.
Totally.
She had her own fucking. What was their show called? Her and her husband.
Fixer Upper.
Fixer Upper.
Are you ready to see your Fixer Upper?
Stop it.
Fucking love her.
Another thing about Steven was he was an actor.
Yes.
I did not realize that was his journey, but I got facts for you because I was shocked. One Tree Hill for a few seasons, which I've never seen, but everyone's always like, you need to watch
One
it.
Tree Hill.
So I do need to watch that. He was in a Lifetime movie, and he actually produced and co-starred in Everyone is Doing Great, a series picked up by Hulu. I don't know if it's on Hulu yet or if it's like
Going
coming.
to be. Yeah.
But okay, producer.
Yeah, he did a lot with his career.
Period.
Good for him. Keeping up with the Kardashians. Should we do that one last?
It could just be a quick. We
It
all
should
know
be-
where
we all
fucking-
know where the fuck they are, bro.
The Kardashians are dashing. We are keeping up.
They're still the Dash dolls. I will say that I feel like something that Kim has done, and also like I was just watching a video about how she's now kind of just going by Kim, kind of how like Madonna goes by just a name, how like
Instead of Kim Kardashian.
yes, it's like we all know her by just Kim. Like that's kind of insane. She like
Iconic.
seeing a body silhouette of her, you would know that's Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean?
She's just a.
She's a
like a proper
concept.
noun.
She's a concept now. Yes, she's an idea, and I think that's so fucking crazy that that's how rich or like famous she's become. And I feel that we keep thinking like, oh yeah, they're gonna fucking die out soon. They're gonna die out soon. Like, you know, no one can be famous for that long. But she keeps fucking going at it.
As famous as they are for that long. Because, like Madonna, for example.
Right.
You know, she goes under her, like, radar, like, under the radar, flies under, does whatever she wants, and then it'll come back up, spike up. But, like, the Kardashians are pretty much consistently in the headlines.
Consistent.
But there's also so many of them, so it's kind of hard to, like...
But it's usually just like them three, like the
top.
main three.
Not the top three, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Like Kim. I'm not gonna name.
But like to specifically talk on like Kim is that I keep thinking, and I know other people do too, like you're just a reality TV star. That's how we all started thinking about her. And then it went to, oh, you're just an influencer. And then I went to, oh, you're like only allowed into some fashion shows because you have some fame. And then it's not like you're just a fashion icon. And then we're like, oh, no, you're
married to Kanye.
You're just married to Kanye. Exactly. You're just like someone's wife. And then it became more of like, now you're just a billionaire. And it's like, that's a lot. And then it's like, oh, no, you're like literally going to become a fucking
lawyer.
A lawyer. But no, what's the recent most thing that she did? She did like a private equity business. Like she's just continuously
she's in all the sectors,
the fucking bar, and I don't know how far she can go, and we will see. But
I respect it. That's stressful, but like she's got a whole team of people. Miss Chris, she did the damn thing.
Girl, can you manage me the fuck?
Momager as fuck.
Literally, I'll give you 80% of my earnings. I would. To take me to the top. Take me to the top.
She's like,
and once we're at the top, renegotiate.
All these, and I'm related.
I wonder how many people she manages that aren't them.
I feel like not that many, if at all.
If at all.
Like, it would be more of a passion or...
Maybe in the beginning. Yeah, I don't know how she gained all these skills. I think she just, like... I think she was kind of a model herself, no?
Yeah, and then probably just, like, knowing
people in the industry and just figuring it out.
Just being rich.
Yeah. And then, like, her husband was a lawyer at one point. Her ex-husband was a lawyer.
Yeah.
And so she probably knew of lawyers who could help her with contracts and whatnot. So, she's got to know things and know people.
Fuck.
Anyway, so... The Kardashians, I mostly talked about Kim, but like Khloe dealing with Tristan's ass. Courtney getting married and still having this large PDA situation.
Wanting to have a baby.
Her journey with that is like really interesting to watch. Kendall, kind of like...
Maybe with Devin Booker, we don't know.
Doesn't seem like it anymore. I have a suspicion she's queer, but that's my own suspicion.
But that is mine and mine alone.
I think that she's like... kind of in a good place where like not talked about
just
heavily,
like, no drama,
she's just hanging out, doing her model shit.
Tequila brand
she did talk about that a lot, but I think we're kind of over the
controversy,
the hump of controversy.
They knew
it would go away.
Yeah, and they knew it was gonna come out.
Yeah,
they said it's fine.
They said they'll still buy it.
We're coming out with the reserve. It's fine. Kylie, she's probably gonna get married to Travis or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, but she's living her best life with two children. That one of them is unnamed.
I bet you probably have another one.
Before marrying him?
Not you judging.
Well, just like as a choice. Like, I don't know. I personally would just want that level of commitment. Especially with a rapper. Like, come on.
Fair enough. With a rapper, fair enough.
Come on. But like, to be fair, she's got shit in her own right. Maybe they don't want to agree on any legal terms.
Maybe.
She's like, look, I am a billionaire. I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good here. All right. Well, that's keeping up with the Kardashians.
That's what's it.
Moving on, Love Island.
Yeah.
These are out of order from what we previously talked
to,
but Love Island, Molly and Tommy. If you guys have, I fucking forgot what season it was. More of the recent UK seasons, maybe like 3 years ago. They are now like...
Were they solid throughout Love Island?
They were really solid.
Like, kind of like Gemma and Luca, like barely any drama.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
They were incredible. Everyone's like favorite. They're now expecting a baby. Their relationship has been really cool to see like online. I stopped following them a while back, but...
See, like, you just kind of, like, get uninterested.
You get uninterested a little bit.
But now she's having a baby, you might follow
her. She's
having
a baby. But it was cool to see that she, like, after Love Island, she obviously, like, got sponsor deals and whatever. Like, Pretty Little Thing was a thing that she was, like, gifted and now, like, had a sponsorship at that time. And now she's, like, a full-on, like, creative director, which I was like, go off, bitch, to having a leg in the game.
You took the
stick in the game.
Little... Was it a little inch they gave you? And you took that mile.
You literally ran that mile, girl.
Oh, and Tommy also pulled out of the fight with Jake Paul. I didn't even watch this season, but I thought that was funny.
That's really funny.
Like, come on.
I just kind of feel like that's kind of embarrassing.
Well, they're having a baby, so maybe that's his excuse.
Maybe that's why.
He's like, we're about to have a
baby. But I'm like, bro, you come from a background of like fighters. Like, why did you do that?
Why are you scared?
That's scary. Why are you putting that out there? Anyway. Saw more of the recent US version of seasons. Second season of Love Island US, right? Sally and Justine, the besties. They both came out with boyfriends, but left, or like
Are now single.
Still. Yes.
Not like that was a bad thing, but just still single.
So Sally, as we all saw, she was just like a singer, a musician, and now she's like fully putting out music. So good for her.
Are they both in LA?
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's another thing with the reality TV.
You move to LA.
Move to LA or like another big city.
Yeah.
New York, I guess.
New York.
Would be the only other. Or Miami.
Miami?
I don't know. And then they both went on The Challenge, which is another kind of like competition-based reality TV show.
I don't know much about Justine, but I know that they had a podcast or have a podcast.
Oh. There's like so many directions you can go.
Yeah, so many. We're going over the bling ring shit that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Alexis has a podcast with her. I don't know if it's with her mom or just her, but like she has a podcast. Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting. She interviews some interesting people, including her mom, about that time in her life. And her and the main guy from the bling ring, I forgot his fucking name. They really helped in creating like the most recent documentary. So that's what they've done so far.
Oh, he was in on that? Like they were both in on that?
I don't think that they
knew each other's like storylines per se.
I don't think that they like produced it or like directed it, but I think that they were heavily helping.
Lisa Rinna, we spoke on her. I mean, she's got model daughters. I don't know what else is. Yolanda Hadid, same shit.
She herself though has become
Lisa.
like a kind of an icon, and like in fashion. Like not that she's like, that's fucked up to me to say, not like extremely fashionable. Of course she is, but like certain like brands and houses will take her and like
Lisa
use her for photography. Yeah.
Oh, period. She's like running it back on the modeling.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
There she is.
And obviously her daughters are like doing incredible and creating their own fame, so that's awesome.
Yolanda's very similar.
I don't know that she's in the limelight much, but her daughters obviously, you know, there's controversy with Yolanda and Zayn Malik, so there's something with that.
There's something there. The most interesting update.
Also, Yolanda keeps getting shitted on like TikTok and like YouTube for heavily giving their daughters eating disorders and being mean to them as children. From the show. Clips from the show. So that's where we're
So if you want to know more on that, go there. Personally, the most interesting update, because I was physically there. This was also like still 4 years ago, but whatever. Allegedly, I saw Vicky Gumbelson at, what's that bar in Newport that everyone fucking goes to? It's like a bar restaurant. You know what I'm talking about. Like David Dobrik goes there or something. I can't think of the name, but it's like a Western-ish place. But I was there.
Western?
Yeah, it's like Western. What's it called?
Saddle Ranch? That's in Newport?
There's one in Newport. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yes. Question mark? Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think so. If not, it was very similar. And anyways, I saw her at the bar with another man, and on the show, she's currently dating Steve, like, at that time. She was dating Steve, who was a cop, I think. And that was not Steve. Mr. Steve at the bar that she was kissing?
Kissing was not Mrs. Steve.
Not Steve. And then the next season on The Housewives, I remember they were, like, struggling. They were going through it or whatever. And, damn, I could have got money for those pictures. I took pictures of that. And they were, like, struggling, but they never said they broke up. And then, like, magically they were perfectly fine again, like, the next season. Or, like, whatever. And I was like, I mean, they could have actually been on a break or whatever. But the tabloids would have still eaten it up and given me money for it.
For real, your picture would have been in, like, People magazine. US.
I'm like, but don't give me credits. I don't want to be that bitch.
I don't want her to know.
I don't want her to know it was me. But yeah, you're welcome, Vicky. I did not share it with the people. But they're all just doing their own thing. I could not possibly get into all of the where are they now.
Fucking, yeah.
But Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset. I also just recently watched the entire OC.
Oh, the new
version of Selling Sunset.
Uh-huh.
I liked OC a little bit more, actually. Less dramatic, I have to say. More about the fucking real estate. But then towards the end, it got, like, exactly how you thought it would get with, like, Selling Sunset drama.
Okay.
So, like, they're equal. Selling Sunset people, though. Chrishell was, from what we know in the last season, was dating Jason. that completely ended, and I think that was completely PR and just for the show.
Nice.
And then she went on to date a woman.
Oh, right. A rapper? Singer?
I think she's like a musician of some sort.
Right. She's in a music video.
And she was in a music video.
Well, I know.
Interesting, to say the least. That's all I really know about her.
Okay.
Her husband, or ex-husband, I don't even know if they
her ex-husband, Justin, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
From This Is Us, and I swear to God, if you guys have seen This Is Us, let's all just, like, let out a tear really quick. Fucking love that show. But anyways, he was Kevin on This Is Us, and he was a great guy with issues, and I feel like that was him in real life, but he could be a really shitty guy with issues. I don't know. But based on why they broke up and shit, seems like a shitty guy with issues, but
we don't
no
know.
longer together.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but she seems to be thriving, I hope. I don't know. Christine, who became the villain of the entire series. If you saw the most recent season, she, at the end, spoiler alert, was basically, supposedly, bribing other people to get the listing that Chriselle already had. That's illegal, obviously.
My God.
And I think it was just it was very unfortunate that the producer, Adam, had chosen to do this because
It's like her career.
it's her career.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, she was leaving the show because she was starting her own brokerage, and doing this really kind of like dampers that fucking reputation. I don't think it actually did, but like it just, like, you don't do that. That's like beyond the storyline. You don't do that kind of shit.
Like Unreal, that scripted version of the reality TV show, like the producer's just taking shit way too far.
It's fucked up. You're hurting people's fucking lives and feelings.
Yeah.
But she's doing well. She was also on Call Her Daddy.
She had a baby, right?
She had a baby. She looks fantastic.
Is she married or?
She's married to a billionaire. Yeah. A low-key billionaire, so that's like sick.
That's nice.
She's in her bag, dude. She's in her motherfucking bag.
You know who I'd want to see on Real Housewives or like something like this? Melissa Wood. Because her husband is the Tao group.
Yes.
Like, he founded Tao Entertainment or whatever the fuck the group is called. That'd be amazing. And she's just a sweetheart.
She can't be on one of those shows. She's so sweet.
Yeah. It'd be bad.
They make a fucking...
It'd destroy her
It'd destroy her.
health.
Yeah. Her peace. Another girl, Heather. There's obviously other girls, but like these are the ones that have something to do with reality TV other than just the show, I guess.
Yeah.
Heather, she's married to Tarek from another HGTV reality show where he's a home improvement person.
He was married.
He's married.
Someone who looked very similar to Heather. But yeah, he had kids with her, and I think they had their baby. Heather and Tarek just got married, and they're either expecting or had a baby recently.
Yeah. Exciting. I love Heather.
Happy, and
she's great.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Nice.
Nice. Lastly,
Bachelor Nation, baby.
Bachelor Nation.
I feel like you don't really watch The Bachelor.
I watched like religiously for 2 or 3 seasons of like each, and then I just stopped.
Yeah, it's kind of like a phase.
It's a phase.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there were some seasons that I'd watch because it was like, oh, the guy's hot. Or like, I really liked that girl's storyline from the guy's season.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ben Higgins, I think, is an honorable mention because I met him at Disneyland one time when he was engaged to Lauren, I think her name was. And she was not having it. She was not happy. But he was a sweetheart. He was so nice. And I think he's engaged again. I don't know. But he's like a nonprofit, like such a sweet guy. Like, he's really thriving. He really turned it into something great. Nick Viall. We've talked about him before.
Love Nick Viall.
Love Nick. We stan the podcast.
Yeah, he's great at talking about relationships.
Yes.
People.
Speaking of, we are going to read his book, Don't Text Your Ex Happy Birthday. Which, you know...
Fantastic title, by the way. Incredible.
It's good.
It's relatable.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's good. And we're thinking we're going to do a whole episode on the book. So if you guys want to, like, start now, because we're going to start in the next couple weeks, and maybe, like, next month or so, you'll have, like, a month to read it. And we're going to have a whole episode deep diving into the advice he gives.
Exactly.
So you should definitely read the book, even if you're in a relationship. Like, Mel's excited.
I'm really
She's
excited.
fully in a relationship, okay? you guys can read it too.
I think it's just like nice to know like information like that.
Yeah.
Like if you're ever wanting to give advice, it's just like, oh yeah, like I've read other people's stories and whatever, you know what I
and
mean?
it can also just be validating.
It's
within
validating for your own experiences,
yeah.
for sure. I mean, if you're not like fucking high school sweethearts and like together forever,
Even that.
you still have like experiences where you probably have felt,
did I do the right thing?
did I do the right thing? Yeah.
Even like I don't know if he touches on friendships in the book, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you could relate certain things to boundaries.
Absolutely.
And, you know,
You can take stuff from the book. Regardless.
exactly. So buy it.
So
You're
buy
welcome,
it.
Nick. We're getting people to buy the book.
We're definitely trying to start like a type of book club. So if you guys are into that, let us know.
Nick Vile also has a girlfriend that he's totally gonna propose to soon. So
Totally.
happening. Oh, they're so cute. We saw them. Oh my god, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
We saw them at
The Americana.
The Americana. He does look taller in real life, guys.
He really does.
It's insane. I was like, oh.
That's what I didn't recognize him at first, and I was like, oh, like that. So
Matt, James, and Rachel. I don't know. I think that's his name. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure that's his name.
I don't know who that is.
He was the Bachelor, and Rachel's the one who won. But then, right as she won, or whatever, they got engaged. Not really winning. Like drama came out that she went to a like college party where they dressed up during like, I don't know. I don't remember the details or like the name of this dance or whatever that party.
But they basically dressed
It was
up
a little
as, like, plantation owners, and
that's why there was like controversy there. So like during the final rose, he was like, yeah, we broke up because of that, because I need her to like obviously reparations and understand what's wrong with this. Long story short, she did all those things, and they're together now, and now they make content and have Instagram and look happily in love. So it turned out great for them. Not sure if the whole like breakup was like genuinely something that they wanted, like if
right,
you know what I mean, or if it
maybe
was like
felt like I need to break up with you because
like publicly this looks really
bad,
shady, and you need
the PR team came in and said no,
right, like we need to keep Bachelor Nation looking hot, and then fucking what's his face got kicked off during all that too, Chris Harrison. So anyways, but today they're doing great. The most recent season of The Bachelor Bachelorette was the two, Rachel and Gabby from,
what's his name season?
who was just
Colin?
Carter.
I think it's Colin.
Colin?
I think it's Colin.
Colin sounds wrong.
That sounds wrong, but I don't know.
Either way, they were on the last
Not important. It's
season.
good.
Yeah, who cares about him? He fucked them over. And now Gabby ended up with someone. Rachel did not. No. Yes. And Gabby's on Dancing with the Stars, and she's fucking killing it.
She's fucking killing it.
I said, oh, so you're a dancer. You left that out.
You left that part out.
The fuck? You're funny, pretty, and a dancer. Okay, trifecta.
Trifecta. Go off.
But yeah, I think we could really get into it for way too long, but that's good.
That's the gist. This is a long episode.
Yeah. Read the book. We'd love to chat about it. Let us know if you're going to do it, because otherwise the episode might be a little pointless. So let us know if anyone's going to follow along. We'll put like a poll on Spotify, and then you can let us know. And yeah, subscribe, leave us a review, download the episode. Please just help us out in any way you feel like you can. Share us on Instagram or in real life to your friends.
We will catch you guys on next week's episode. Thanks for listening. And